Good morning. How you doing? Today's the Sabbath, Saturday. How do we know that Saturday is the Sabbath? As far as calendar days, how do we know that the calendar from a long time ago matches Saturday today and our calendar? How do we know that today's Saturday is called actually Saturday? Because that's what we go by. But what's to say that our calendar today is the same calendar as the ancient days or the same calendar as the Bible? How can we prove this um, if we don't have the actual scriptures to prove any of this? For which day is the Sabbath? Uh, how do we know that the seventh day is the Sabbath or the sixth day? 5 days you 6 days you work and the seventh day you rest. So we work 6 days, you rest one day. The body needs resting. So how do I know that the seventh day is Saturday, the Sabbath? Well, you study the scriptures, but if we don't have proof, all these scriptures popped up out of nowhere, and they don't want to give us the actual scriptures with the Creator's name, then what do we have to stand on? What kind of foundation? As far as commandments wise, it makes sense. You work 6 days and you rest on the seventh day. Common sense. It's the truth, right? You gotta rest your body. So every commandment in the scriptures is perfect. You should come up with 1,000 questions why the Creator put those commandments there. Like, do not prostitute your daughter. Well, you should come up with 1,000 reasons why everybody, the whole world, should not prostitute their daughter. Should be plenty enough truth to answer that question. Tattoos. Should you grab your child and give them a tattoo? Most likely, it's not a good thing. It's a proven fact. It's the truth. Do you think the Creator is going to want to tattoo his kids? Tattoo his child? I know a guy that I work with, after he's got a little tattoo, he was serviced out in California, and for now he goes to the VA hospital, and they told him if your tattoo is 40 years old, you have to get a shot to make sure you don't get some kind of infection. He said, I forgot what the name is, but it's the truth. So common sense. I mean, you're gonna grab your child and give them a tattoo? I mean, all the commandments are perfect, so you should come up with 1,000 reasons why to follow them. Alcohol. Almost every family suffers because of alcohol. Commandments are perfect. You're supposed to take care of your temple. Alcohol could be a bad thing for you and your loved ones and your temple. It could lead to an addiction. So your temple belongs to him. He paid a high price. He gave his son. Why? To teach commandments. To take care of yourself. Smoking, cigarettes, alcohol. You're going to give your kids that? Do you think he wants to give us that? His children? Drugs, alcohol, any of those bad things. If you can't give them to your kids, then how are they good for his kids? We have to use some common sense. The whole world doesn't have common sense. The whole world is brainwashed to follow a lie. By who? By Babylon. The churches and the religions that have been set up, along with the Bibles that have been distributed throughout the whole world. That's why we don't even know the Creator's name. That's why everything's all screwed up, because they don't want you to know the truth. And The only reason why we have these books is to distribute and put the lie out there, to brainwash the people. That's why we have movies, that's why we have music, that's why we have videos, that's why we have all this garbage. Everything's garbage except for the truth. They don't give you the whole truth. They just get you to believe it's the truth, just to brainwash you. That's Babylon. Confusion, division, different languages. There's no unity. It's been lost a long time ago. That's what the serpent did. That's what happened to mankind. That's what happened to the world. This is why his commandments are perfect. This is why in the beginning, when he had his firstborn children, the Hebrews, he set up unity. The commandments they were supposed to follow. And because they failed to follow the commandments, now the whole world is getting to the point where there's so much division. Nuclear weapons, nuclear everything. Evil, corrupted people, filthy rich money causes all sorts of problems for Judgment Day. And that's what happens because they failed to follow his commandments. It was supposed to be unity as one government underneath the Creator, keeping the commandments. Not doing away with the commandments, keeping them, following them, and stopping pollution, corruption. Baal, if you Google it, that means mammon. The Lord thy God, mammon. You serve, you worship mammon. That's why the whole world's polluted. Cars, money, air pollution, food pollution, everything to make a buck. Anything to stop, to pollute the world. Lifestyle, rich and famous. Pollution, mammon. Revelation 18 tells us about that. Revelation 17 tells us about the great whore of Babylon. What's going to happen to the great whore of Babylon tells you in Revelation 18. Come out of her, my people. Come out of the serpent. Come out of the great whore. Who? The churches, the religions, the Bibles, the lie, the serpent, the rich and famous mammon, lifestyle, materialistic world, materialistic things. This is why the Messiah says, you do not understand Scripture. Peace, shalom.